Alright guys, welcome to this vlog. In this video I am going to attempt, hopefully with no mistakes, to build the very first computer I've ever built. I have a buddy of mine who builds my computers. He's more technically inclined when it comes to this kind of thing, but he's not available right now. I want to get this computer built. Cross my fingers. I've watched a lot of Bitwit and other computer builders online to get an idea of what I'm doing. I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing, but there's always the unknown, so I don't know what kind of challenges and problems I'm going to run into. So yeah, that's what today's vlog is all about. This is the system I'm going to be replacing. This is I think a mini ATX case. It's a Thermaltake Core V1. Alright guys, a little bit of a disclaimer here, I have never built a PC before. I've seen it done in person a few times. I've watched videos on YouTube. I have a general idea of what to do. It doesn't look like we can screw things up too much, but we'll see, fingers crossed. So, I mean, I'm not gonna make this, what's the word, what am I trying to say? I'm not gonna put too much effort into this video in terms of describing all the technical stuff because I'm not really that knowledgeable about it. Probably best if you watch a video from somebody like Bitwit who knows about this kind of stuff if you're looking for the knowledge. This is more of just a vlog and my experience putting together a computer for the first time. And I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm mostly excited. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. What could go wrong? And for the new computer, I have this beautiful case here. This is a Corsair 570X Crystal Series Mirror Black Edition, and it's got this beautiful tinted mirror black tempered glass on it all around, and it's so cool. It just blends in. It's like a stealth case. I thought that looked really cool. Fell in love with it when I saw it. Had to buy this one, and so that's the case. And for the processor, we went with this beast. It is the AMD Ryzen 3000 series 3900X processor, and it has 12 cores, 24 threads for 4K editing, video editing, and just general production. I think this is going to be amazing. A lot better than the i5 I currently have. And I'm really hoping that it makes video editing and rendering a lot faster. That's why I went with it. I was originally going to go with the 7, but this one was on sale for the same price as the 7, and I'm like, hey, thank you. That's pretty lucky. Let's jump all over this one. It comes with a cooler. I'm going to start off with the stock cooler, but I will probably upgrade the cooler at some other point in time. But for now, we're just going to go with this. Originally, I was going to go with the Asus Crosshair Hero 8 motherboard, but after talking with some buddies who are more knowledgeable with computer stuff, they said that the extra features I'm paying for with that motherboard aren't really going to be anything that I'm going to need or use, so why spend the extra money? So we're going with the Tough Gaming X570 Plus Wi-Fi, but it's just a little cost saver there. And I spent the extra money on better RAM. So here we have Trident Z Neo RAM, and it's designed to work with the Ryzen, and it's 3600 megahertz. And what I read about this RAM in specific is that with an X570 enabled motherboard with the 3000 series chips, that this RAM will run really efficiently and make things run smoothly and faster. So maybe it's just a selling gimmick, maybe it's real, I don't know, but that's the reason I went for this. And you know, it's got those cool LEDs too, but there is the non-Neo version. I think it's just Trident Z, but I think the Neo version is specifically designed for this this chipset and the 3000 series chip, and PCIe 4 enabled with this 3000 series chip. So that's going to be super fast transfer speeds, especially when working off M.2 drive with 4K files. Hopefully that transfers into Premiere really fast and makes editing super fast. And for the power supply, we're going to be pulling this out of that guy over there, and CX600M. Hopefully that works. I think that should be enough power. And now for the GPU, the video card, I got lucky with this one. I saved quite a bit of money. This was an open box deal off of Amazon. Let's see if we can open this carefully. I'm going to put down the camera here for a second. Alright, don't want to drop this or make a mess out of it. This is really cool. This is an EVGA GeForce RTX 2070 Super XC Gaming, 8 gigabytes DDR6, and it's got a bunch of LEDs and things on there. So that was it's pretty lucky. Apparently someone returned it because there was a scratch on one of the sides. So got a really good price on that. Sometimes you just get lucky, and I definitely got lucky with a couple components here. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Now hopefully I don't kill anything by trying to put it together with almost, well, I've never built a computer before. I've seen it done in person a few times, but never done it. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Now I'm gonna do a lot of time lapse here because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me try and take all this apart. But I did watch a video by Paul's Hardware, and I think he built one of these 570X cases, and he suggested first thing you do is take off all the tempered glass before you start building, and I think that sounds like fantastic advice. So that's where I'm gonna start. Alrighty, and there we are. We got our little package in here. Okay, so this is one of the little doohickeys that holds the hard drive in place here. Put that in, and I assume this is some sort of screws and things. Okay, cool. So we got screws, we got some Velcro straps, and some ties to tie up the wires for cable management. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, so we are ready to get started. Now, here's the thing. I have a buddy of mine who he's got some thermal paste that we're going to put on the chip to attach the cooler. He suggested not using the stock thermal paste that comes with the chip. So I'm going to install the cooler last because he's delayed in a few meetings and he won't be able to make it for a little while. And that's okay. That's okay. I said I'm going to try and do this on my own, and it's a fun challenge. We're just gonna have to put the cooler on last, but we're gonna put the chip on the motherboard, then put the motherboard into the computer, into the case, and that's gonna be the first step. I don't want to scratch up the table too much. I remember when I was in grade 11 advanced math, and the teacher drew some drawings on the board, and she says, okay, now prove a circle is a circle using some kind of theory or some kind of formula. And I remember being confused as heck, thinking, what, you look at it, it looks like a circle. What formula? And I looked inside this computer case, and it's so foreign to me. I looked at it, and I've had that same feeling run through me, like, whoa. What am I gonna do here? And of course, it's because I've never built one before, so it's all completely new. And it's interesting because I watched so many videos on YouTube, and I was like, okay, I got this. And now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, I still got this, but it's a little more intimidating. So I have to find out which one of these standoffs go with the motherboard I have, and we got to get the motherboard attached there right after we put the chip on the motherboard. We can do this. Okay, so what do we have here? Old technology. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This will probably definitely come in handy for me. Not a clue what that is. Motherboard. You know what? I'm going to two-hand this, so let's put the camera down. Ooh, shiny. And what I saw the professionals do on their YouTube channels is they put the motherboard on the box a lot more gently than I just put it down on the box. Let's get this out of here. Okay, so here we have, from my experience on the interwebs, there should be a little triangle here. Okay, I see the triangle on the chip, and there should be a triangle here. I believe that is it in the corner. We have the chip in hand. Be careful not to bend any of the pins or touch any of the gold bits there. We're gonna lift the latch. We have the triangle here at the bottom. I believe that is the triangle here. I'm gonna double check, make sure there's no mistakes. And now we're gonna carefully, never done this before. Oh, okay. All right, that was surprisingly easy. Okay, so we didn't blow up the processor. That's good. Next up, we're gonna pop the RAM into the RAM slots. So let's open up these guys here. This is DDR4, 3600 speed. It comes with a little sticker. This actually feels really heavy. I'm surprised. Ooh, okay, that's got some weight to it. It's not super heavy, but it's heavier than I thought it would be. From what I understand, if you're only putting in 2, are they called DIMMs? DIMMs of RAM, sticks of RAM, you're supposed to use one of these colors. There's 2 grays and 2 blacks, but since we're using 4, we can just put 4 in right across the board. This side seems to be pretty solid, so I assume they don't pull back. This side does. Okay, this RAM is pretty idiot proof. It only fits in one way. From what I understand, you just put the RAM in, you push it down, and it should lock in place. Okay, that looks like it's in there. So just click 1, click 2, click 1, click 2. All right, and last bit of RAM. I didn't hear the click. Oh, just click 1. There we go. Second click. So there you have it. Hopefully we haven't screwed up yet. Okay, so now it's time to get this in here, and I think I have it set up. I've been looking at this. I think I got it. There should be 9 standoffs in here, with the middle one not being a screw, but just a platform. And let's count here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so almost forgot. I have to put, I don't know what this is called, the I/O shield or shroud or shield or something on here before I put the motherboard in. I don't know if you can put this on after the motherboard's in, but all the videos I've seen, everyone puts this in first. All right, hopefully I don't mess this up now. Alright guys, a little bit of exciting news. It turns out I will not blow up this computer after all. My buddy who builds computers, or knows how to build computers, just showed up. He brought me some thermal paste, so we don't have to wait to put the cooler on. We're going to do it right now. We're going to pop this on here, and anytime I'm making a mistake, you might hear a voice in the background going, Alright, so let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. We're going to pull the cooler out of this. This is the stock cooler that comes with the processor. Alright, and I have to read about where these cables attach to. So there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull off this thermal paste and add some of the good stuff in its place. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to wipe off the thermal paste from the top of this cooler here. Now before I lock this down, I think I should figure out how it goes on first. We have these clips. Looks like they attach to these pegs, and then this is probably...
It's attached now, so what, you want this up.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen, just to put it down, you're going to hook on this side, lay the tensioner up, and then you're going to hook it on the other side, and then you put the tensioner down. That holds it in place.
Okay.
So that's your, see how it's lined up?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure you have, which it's long enough here, just want to make sure you have enough distance for the wires. So sometimes you have to turn it the other way, so depending on how you want it, but in this case it should be fine in that direction.
Alright, so now, a little bit of thermal paste.
Just a touch more. Just a touch. And the reason I say that is because you can see the imperfections in here.
Oh, because of the grooves on the bottom of the panel? Okay.
Some higher grade heat sinks, they're totally flat.
Okay. So you see that? Since this is not totally flat, we're going to add a little more thermal paste. And now, let's see if we can clip this on.
So once you put it down, you don't want to move it too much. You want to put it down and then deal with the locks or the hooks. Just put it down. Now put it down, straight down. There you go.
The other side. And then I lift that up.
There we go. And now you can see it's completely stuck onto it. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, now we're gonna plug in the power cord.
So on here you may see it say C, which is CPU fan, and then CPU opt, which means optional.
So that lines up with these two.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this would be CPU fan.
That would be CPU fan, and the reason that's important is when you go into the BIOS or when you're using like monitoring software, it knows this, like when it reads it goes, the CPU's running, the fan's running at this speed, it knows this cable or this plug is this fan.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
You'll see other ones that say case fan, or you'll see like IO pump. So like people who do water cooling and stuff like that, they have there's a plug just for that.
Okay. All right. So now that we have the cooler on here, we're doing it in the correct order. We're going to put the motherboard into the case, and we have all the standoffs in the right place. We have the IO shield in, and now let's line up all these holes.
Perfect.
There we go. Now it's time to do a little screwing, right?
Are those screws that came with the motherboard?
Yes.
Let me see what screws those are. So those are... No. Those are not the screws you want to use. Where did these come from?
The bag.
That does not help me.
All right, everything's tight. And now I think it's time for the part that that scares me the most, because I don't really understand what I'm doing here, is I have to get everything plugged into the right place. But before I do that, I have to... What?
Video card.
Video card. I have to put the video card in. Okay, so let's get the video card in. And then we'll get the power supply out of the other computer and then pop it into here. Okay. So we have this beautiful video card, and that's gonna fit.
So before you take that up, line up kind of where it is and see which panels need to come off.
Okay.
So that way you can take them off.
Okay.
Know which one it is.
So it's those two that come out. All right, now we're gonna pull off these rubber bits to protect the connectors.
Leave
This
those
one,
on.
come on.
You don't need those.
That's for SLI or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, now we screw it back on. And that's what we have so far. It's looking nice. And now we have to pull the power supply out of there. Okay, so we ran into our first snag. This power supply doesn't have the cords to power the motherboard. It doesn't have enough of them, so this was just for a mini RTX case, so gonna have to go out and get a power supply, and luckily one of the computer stores is open right now, so let's go practice some social distancing. All right, we got it, 750 watt. We upgraded a little bit, but that'll be good. All right, so let's get this thing open. Now we have the right connectors, and we should be good to go. Hook this up to the motherboard. Now eventually I might upgrade some of these cables and make this look a little nicer and put in some more LED fans or something, but for right now it's just going to be a basic build. So I'm just going to time lapse this. Power supply is in now. I'm going to try and route all these cables. I've never done that before, so time lapse again. All right, so here we go, moment of truth. I haven't cleaned up any of the cables and stuff. Everything's just plugged in. We're gonna turn it on and see if it fires up. Oh, I see lights. I don't hear anything spinning up though.
Push the power button.
Maybe I didn't plug in the power button?
The lights is a good thing.
Alright.
Plug in the power button.
Yeah, there was the power plus minus here. Alright guys, welcome back to the exciting conclusion of Mr. I don't know how to build computers builds a computer. And we got this stuff sorted out yesterday night. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, okay, so my buddy Konstantine, who's helping me out, is like the Dr. House of computers, and he figured out what the problem was, and it was completely my fault. It was inexperience and error on my behalf. I had taken the cord for a second video card and plugged it into the power supply and plugged that into the motherboard because it fit into those little, whatever these little connectors are up here in the corner. Those ones. So yeah, I had the incorrect cable in there, and he somehow figured that out, and we connected the proper cable and everything worked. And we got that set up. We did all the updates for the software, the video card, all that kind of stuff. Got Windows installed. Well, Windows was already installed on the hard drive because I just used I didn't even know this was possible, but I took the hard drive from my old computer. We put it into this computer, fired it up, and it worked just like that. I thought I'd have to reformat everything, so that was cool. Okay, so it's looking nice. I'm happy with it so far. Still gonna need some work. I'm thinking of getting some of those Corsair LL120 fans for the top, and maybe even replacing these ones at the front. But my concern, because I do video and voiceovers and that kind of thing, I'm concerned about noise. So I'm trying to research and find the best fans for making the quietest system possible. And of course, this is glass and there's holes everywhere, so it's not gonna be super silent. It's going to be a compromise. I want it to look good, but I still want it to be as quiet as possible. So that's something I'm going to address in a future video. But so far I'm really happy with things, and then we're gonna do the peel because I haven't done the peel yet. And yeah. So if you're thinking of building a computer and you've never done it before, you know what? It was a fun experience. I would do it again. I would definitely do it again in about 5 years or so whenever I have to upgrade this one, or when I put in new fans and stuff. I'm going to try and do that myself because I enjoyed the learning experience. I thought it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm just grateful I had a buddy who knows more about computers than I do, which helped me out. And if you're going to build one too, maybe contact somebody who knows how to build them and just say, hey, listen, if I have any questions, can I ask you? If something goes wrong, can I ask you? Because I yeah, when I pushed that button yesterday night and it didn't turn on, I was like, uh-oh, I broke something. And thankfully it wasn't an expensive mistake. It was just a matter of the wrong plug in the wrong place, and we fixed that up. Okay, here it is. This is fully peeled and all fingerprints have been Windexed off. Wow. That is nice. Okay, let's fire it up and see what this thing looks like. That is pretty sweet. I like that. I can't wait. You know what? I'll get a little video of it at night to see what it looks like at night. Because right now there's a lot of ambient light, and I love this mirrored effect. I think that looks really cool. You can see all the plants in the background and stuff. All right, and my workplace is coming together, and I am so excited. Like, I'm so excited. I had a little desk that came from here to here before out of some oak, and this is cherry. This is gorgeous. I just built this around Christmas time. Whew, which is why I wasn't making too many videos. I was busy building this. This is beautiful. My brother-in-law came across somebody who was selling cherry planks for $5 a plank when they're worth $5 a foot. So naturally you buy it at that price. And we built this desk, and the character of cherry wood is just stunning. Left a couple knots in here, didn't fill them in. Beautiful. And then this whole side here, this is these are the chainsaw marks from when the tree was cut down originally. I decided to leave that on there. And this whole desk is 100 inches long. It's nice and long, plenty of space to have like a computer set up, and then, I don't know, put camera gear there and set up and whatever. But yeah, this is really cool. I wanted to go with a white, brown, and blue look with little green accents from the plants. And yeah, to me this is stunning. I'm so excited because I'm a visual person, and it's so nice to actually have a space where I can sit down and work and feel visually happy about what where I'm working. And that's, to me, this is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And this case reflects whatever's around it, so it fits in no matter what, right? It's gorgeous. Okay, super happy. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, guys, I'm going to show you what this case looks like at night with all the lights off, and then this video will be done. All right, and 1 million hours later, we have some darkness, and this is looking pretty cool. It's reflective, black mirror, shiny, sexy. I don't know how to describe it. It is pretty awesome. I'm really liking this. Really happy with this case. Maybe it's not for everybody, but for me, it's exactly what I was looking for. Exactly what I was looking for. Now, I got some LED strips behind the desk and behind the monitor. Let's check that out. Boom! All right, of course, blue. Go with the whole theme here. I really like them. They came out really nice. These are just some inexpensive Goovy. I think the name is Goovy, is the brand that makes them. And yeah, I think they're like 25 bucks each for a strip. And they're connected through Bluetooth. You can't really connect them to the computer or anything like that. So it's nothing fancy, just super simple. And this is just a little tune-off Epidemic sound. They're pretty good for getting audio for your YouTube videos. Not bad, not bad. I like that. I'm gonna enjoy editing some videos here. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball today. I'm flipping the balls, flipping the all. All right, and that's all, folks. All right, hopefully this video isn't too long. I got a lot of footage for this this vlog. I try and keep the vlogs around 12 minutes so it doesn't get too long and tedious. And hopefully this isn't too long. Oh, before I say goodbye, there's one issue I'm running into and not sure how to solve it. I bought 3600 RAM, DDR4, and Konstantine, and thank you, Konstantine, for helping me set up this computer and figure out the problem, my mistake. And he set up the BIOS so the RAM will run at 3600, but every time the computer restarts, it drops to 2133 megahertz. Not sure what's up with that. Another learning curve. I got to figure that out. No sense in spending the extra money on fast RAM if it's not performing. So I got to figure out that. If you know why that's happening, please leave it in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate that. Got to fix this situation. But in any case, that's it. This video is over. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. You know, building a computer for the first time isn't quite so scary. Not as scary as I thought it would be, although I did run into a few hiccups, still dealing with one. But yeah. It's worth it. It's a good experience, and if you're thinking of switching over from Mac to PC, it's a good time now. You know, Windows isn't quite so ugly like it used to be. It's a little prettier. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. I will see you guys in the next one.